The Meg Perry Center started about 3 years ago as a collaborative effort between an organization called the People's Free Space, which actually changed its name to the Fog Light Collective when it moved into this space, and Peace Action Maine, and the Portland Food Co-op, and the organization of people from Darfur in Portland called Fur Cultural Revival. Then later on, because we had enough space to accommodate some other groups, we also picked up the El Centro Latino. So the Meg Perry Center provides community space for Portland organizations. You don't have to be a member of one of the 5 organizations that actually rent the space. You can call the Peace Action Maine number and reserve space for any night of the week, any time during the day, and on weekends to have public meetings. And that's how the space is used a lot. It also is used for concerts, and there are many musicians who want a place to perform, or theater people who want a place to perform. And this whole row on Congress Street is filled with places where they can do that. And Meg Perry Center is one of them. We have a stage. Mm-hmm. So we've had plays and concerts here too. Mm-hmm. And that helps to pay the rent for the whole group.
Mm-hmm. Another group that I don't know if we mentioned, called Bomb Diggity. They work with local sprouts doing the bakery. They teach mentally challenged adults how to bake, and then they come over here and they do art projects over here.
So an example of an event that has been held here, well, there have been several recently. The ones that I'm most familiar with are the ones that come through Peace Action Maine. We recently had a group of young activists from an organization called Think Outside the Bomb. They're spending the summer in Los Alamos protesting nuclear testing there. And I was extremely impressed by this group because they were majority non-white, which is very rare for the peace movement.
How this works as a community space is one of the elements that we have here is the lending library. We have a lot of people that will come in and just take the books and either sit here and read or take them home and return them. It's a sort of a safe haven. Some people that will just come in here and spend some afternoons reading books. And a lot of people come in to learn about the different organizations that we have in here.
The walls are used for First Friday walk, and we try to have a different art exhibit up on the first Friday of each month, and then it stays for a month. And we have literature about the group or individual whose art it is. And currently we have the art of an Iraqi artist who is stuck in immigration in Amsterdam, but his wife and children are here. And so we're trying to sell these paintings of his, and we're trying to raise money for the family that way. We've had many different groups exhibit here over the last 2 years that they've been doing art walk.
And I think what makes this center function so successfully, I think, is the fact that the organizations that are here are they work together really well. And one of the things that Wells is involved with a lot is the different immigrant communities that we have here. And so any day of the week you will find different people from those communities here in the center. And we used to have a computer down here. Hopefully in the future we'll get another one in. But we would have all sorts of people coming in, working different communities using the computer. We help, Wells especially does a lot of work with the immigrants and helping them with their jobs, helping them with their different projects with schools.
Citizenship
and things such
asylum
as
status.
Yeah. So it's really a great chance and a great community of people. And that's what I think is the most successful thing about this center, is it's about community. and you're not judged by who you are or the color of your skin or what you've gone through in life. It's all we're one, and I think that's what this center is really about, at least for me. And Meg was an incredible activist, and they had here in Portland, they had a bus, a big old green school bus that they called the Frida bus, and it ran on biodiesel, and they would park it in different areas around the town. It had a lending library in it. They would do some soup and bread for people. They taught certain things to youth as well. It was just quite a nice community organizer. They would also take it to different events in the area. And when Katrina hit, they took it down to Louisiana. And unfortunately, while they were down there, one day, when they were traveling, the young girl turned the bus too sharply, and Meg was thrown from the back of the bus and was killed instantly. And the bus still remains down there today. It's used as a library. And so that is how the name Meg Perry ended up being the name for the center in honor of her.